You probably don't think much about the oil in your pan. It's just ... there, waiting quietly on the counter. A familiar bottle you reach for without thinking when you scramble eggs, roast vegetables, or coat a pan before a golden stir-fry. But what if I told you that bottle might be doing more than just flavoring your food? What if, with every sizzle, it was also slowly inflaming your joints, irritating your digestion, and adding quiet stress to your heart? Especially now, after 60, our bodies don't absorb damage the way they used to. The liver isn't as forgiving. The blood vessels aren't as elastic. The gut, the brain, the skin all become a little more sensitive to the things we once thought were harmless. And that's the thing. For decades, we were told cooking oil was simple. If it said vegetable on the label, it had to be healthy. If it didn't smoke too fast or tasted mild, we gave it a free pass. But here's the truth. Not all oils are created equal. Some can help you absorb nutrients, support your joints, and protect your heart. Others can quietly do the opposite, oxidizing under heat, producing toxic compounds, and fanning the flames of inflammation deep within your body. It's not about fear, it's about knowing what fuels you. So in today's journey, we're going to peel back the labels and talk honestly. We'll reveal the 5 most common cooking oils that could be silently undermining your health, and the 5 golden oils that can help restore strength, clarity, and calm from the inside out, because one drop might not seem like much, but over time, one drop becomes one meal. One meal becomes your daily rhythm, and your daily rhythm becomes your life. If you've ever wondered why your joints ache more than they used to, why your belly feels heavier even when you're eating light, or why your focus drifts more often lately, then this is for you. Stay with us. Subscribe to Senior Life, where small choices lead to longer strength, clearer minds, and a healthier you, one moment, one meal at a time. Let's begin. Vegetable oil. The healthy name that hides harm? Let's start with the most misleading bottle in the kitchen. Vegetable oil. It sounds so innocent, doesn't it? It's like something that came from carrots or kale, something fresh, natural, plant-based. But most bottles labeled vegetable oil aren't made from vegetables at all. They're industrial blends of soybean, corn, canola, cottonseed, and they've been stripped, bleached, and chemically extracted using solvents like hexane. Why should that worry you? Because these oils, though cheap and convenient, are structurally unstable. They oxidize under heat. When oils oxidize, they create compounds that your body doesn't recognize, compounds that irritate your gut lining, inflame your arteries, and accelerate cellular aging. If you're over 60, those effects stack up fast. Your body isn't just dealing with the calories. It's dealing with confusion, trying to make sense of what these oils are doing in your bloodstream, your joints, even your brain. Here's the sneaky part. Vegetable oil doesn't just live in your frying pan. It hides in salad dressings, mayonnaise, frozen meals, even so-called healthy granola bars. Unless the label says otherwise, there is a good chance that vegetable oil is the foundation of whatever you're eating. That means even when you think you're eating light, you might be flooding your body with inflammatory fats. For seniors managing high blood pressure, arthritis, or memory fog, this is not a small matter. It's a slow drip of damage one you can't always feel till it's already done its work. But here's the good news. When you swap vegetable oil for a healthier alternative like cold-pressed olive oil or avocado oil, something subtle but powerful begins to happen. Many older adults report reduced bloating, improved joint comfort, even clearer focus. Your body isn't asking for perfection. It's asking for support. So if you're looking at that plastic jug of vegetable oil on your counter right now, wondering if it's time to say goodbye, the answer is yes. And trust me, your heart, your brain, and your digestion will thank you. Now let's talk about another pantry regular. Corn oil. It glows gold in the bottle. It's cheap, it's easy to find, and it shows up in more foods than you probably realize. From margarine to frozen dinners. From salad dressings to restaurant fries. But behind its sunny color, corn oil hides a much darker truth. Because corn oil is loaded overflowing, in fact, with omega-6 fatty acids. Now, omega-6 isn't bad in itself. In small balanced amounts, it plays a role in immune health and energy production. But balance is everything. And this is where the trouble begins. See, our bodies were designed to keep a delicate dance between omega-6 and omega-3 fats. A 4-to-1 ratio was ideal. But today, because of oils like corn oil, that balance has tipped violently. For many people, it's now closer to 22-1 or worse. And that imbalance is like striking a match near dry leaves. Too many omega-6s triggers systemic inflammation. Not the kind you feel like a stubbed toe, but the deep, chronic kind. The kind that silently aggravates your joints. It's the kind that makes your blood vessels stiffen. The kind that whispers into your body's weakest place is arthritis, heart disease. Memory loss and makes them worse, day after day. And it doesn't stop there. Just like vegetable oil, most corn oil is extracted using high heat and chemical solvents, like hexane. Any natural nutrients that once lived in that corn kernel burned away in processing. What's left behind is a fragile, unstable fat that breaks apart when heated. And every time it's reheated, especially in a deep fryer or reused at home, it becomes more dangerous. Oxidation, toxins, free radicals. Little by little, your cells suffer the consequences. If you've ever cooked with corn oil more than once, saved it in a pan, reused it the next day, you're not alone. Seniors on a budget often do. Seems frugal, familiar, but that reused oil, it's not just used, it's damaged. And your body feels the cost. Headaches, digestive trouble, swelling in your fingers. Restless nights and unexplained fatigue. They all may be tiny signals small fires started in the body by inflammatory oils. And here's something many people don't know. Most corn used in commercial oil production today is genetically modified. Not only does that raise concerns about pesticide residues and long-term gut health, but it means your body may be dealing with food it doesn't fully recognize. That uncertainty adds to your internal stress load, which becomes even harder to manage as we age. But again, there's a way forward. You can ditch corn oil today. Right now, you don't need it. Because for every meal you used to fry in corn oil, there's a better choice, waiting cleaner, more stable, more respectful to your health. Use avocado oil for high-heat cooking. Hold steady at temperatures where corn oil breaks down. Use ghee for rich flavor and gut support. Use olive oil for heart and brain health. These are not just substitutions. They are upgrades, little acts of care, hidden in everyday cooking. And the difference they make isn't just physical. It's how your kitchen smells, how your food digests, how your body thanks you, quietly, with more ease and less resistance. Because inflammation may be invisible, but so is healing. And when you remove what fuels the fire, you give your body space to rebuild. Let's move to an oil that wears a disguise. Canola oil. It's the quiet chameleon of the kitchen, marketed as heart-healthy, low in saturated fat, high in omega-3 south, and safe for nearly every diet. You'll find it in baked goods, salad dressings, light frozen meals, and even foods labeled fit or cholesterol-friendly. But here's what they don't put on the label. Canola oil may look good on paper, but behind the scenes, it tells a very different story. Because most canola oil is made from a plant called rapeseed plant, that in its natural form contained compounds so harmful they had to be bred out. Before it was safe to consume, the result. Canola, a genetically modified crop that's now one of the most chemically processed oils in the food industry. From seed to shelf, canola oil goes through intense refining, bleaching, deodorizing, and high-heat extraction using chemical solvents like hexane. Whatever natural omega-3 south were once there, damaged by heat, stripped during processing, oxidized before they even reach your plate. And that means by the time you drizzle it, fry with it, or heat it up in your pan, you're not feeding your heart what you thought you were. You're feeding it confusion, inflammation, and instability. For seniors, especially whose arteries may already be less flexible, whose blood pressure may already need monitoring, this matters. Because oxidized oils like canola can contribute to arterial inflammation. It can raise oxidative stress. They can counteract the very benefits we're told they provide. And yet, we keep using them. Why? Because they're cheap. Because they're mild. Because we've been told for decades that low saturated fat equals good. But that's no longer the whole story. Science has moved forward, and we must too. Today we know that quality of fat matters far more than quantity. That highly processed oils, even if they're low in saturated fat, can still do harm, especially when reheated, especially when eaten every day, especially in aging bodies that need nourishment, not noise. And here's something most don't realize. The omega-3 south in canola oil, they're not the same as those in flaxseed, chia, or fish. They're fragile. They don't survive cooking. So while the label boasts heart health, The frying pan tells a different tale. But there's a better path, a gentler choice. You don't need to fear fat. You just need to choose the right kind. Instead of canola oil, reach for macadamia oil, low in omega-6 south, high in stable monounsaturated fats. Try cold-pressed walnut oil in your dressings, or even extra virgin olive oil and if you've used canola oil for years without any obvious symptoms, don't panic. Your body is resilient. But it also keeps score. One choice, one bottle, one meal at a time. You can begin again. You can clean out the cabinet and give your cells a little less stress and a little more peace, because health isn't about fear. It's about awareness. And when you know what S under the surface, what S really behind thee, Heart Healthy promise you free to choose something better. For your body, for your heart, for the years still ahead. Let's move to one of the most invisible oils of all. You might not even have a bottle of it in your kitchen. And yet, you're probably consuming it every single day. Soybean oil, it's in your salad dressings, your crackers, your baked goods, your sauces, snacks, margarine, and restaurant meals. It's become the most consumed oil in the American diet, and most people have no idea. Because it hides behind labels like vegetable oil blend or refined oil, it's cheap, it's shelf-stable. And food manufacturers love it for how easily it disappears into everything. But what happens after it disappears into your food is the part you need to know. Soybean oil, like corn oil, is very high in omega-6 fatty acids, and not just high and balanced. When omega-6 south overwhelm omega-3 south in your diet, the result is systemic inflammation. And inflammation, as we now know, is not just discomfort. It is the root of nearly every chronic disease we face in later life. Joint pain and stiffness, heart disease, and high blood pressure. Metabolic issues like weight gain and insulin resistance, even neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's and cognitive decline. In fact, recent animal studies have linked soybean oil not just to inflammation, but to actual gene dysregulation in the brain. Changes that affect memory, mood, learning, while human research is still ongoing. One thing is already clear. If you're trying to protect your brain as you age, soybean oil is not your ally. And just like canola and corn oil, the way it's made makes things worse. Most soybeans used to make oil are genetically modified, treated with chemical pesticides, and extracted using solvents. Then, the oil is bleached, deodorized, and packaged as if it were pure and simple. But your body knows better. It reacts not just to the nutrients, but to the processing, to the chemical residues, to the imbalance it now has to clean up after. And for older adults already dealing with slower digestion, less efficient detoxification, and more sensitive cognitive function, that quiet, invisible burden adds up. You might notice it in subtle ways: a little more bloating after meals, a little more fog during the day, a little more fatigue that doesn't seem to match your activity level. And yet you haven't changed much. But your oils might be the reason, because soybean oil, despite being everywhere, is not neutral. It's not harmless. It's not brain food. So what can you do? First, check your labels. If it says soybean oil, put it back. Even if it's a healthy snack, a light salad dressing, or a heart-smart frozen meal, read the fine print. Second, choose your oils deliberately. Cook at home more often. Use olive oil for low and medium heat cooking. Use avocado oil or ghee for higher temperatures. Use walnut oil in dressings for that added brain boost. And third, ask questions when dining out. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but asking what oil do you cook with is not a burden. It's a boundary, a choice. Signal to your body that you're paying attention. Because no restaurant is more important than your health. No convenience is worth chronic inflammation. And no oil, no matter how cheap or common, should have the power to quietly erode your memory, mobility, and joy. You deserve better. You deserve transparency, clarity, and nourishment that actually honors your body at every age. Some oils sneak into your kitchen quietly, but cottonseed oil was never meant to be there at all. Because once upon a time, cottonseed oil wasn't even considered food. It was a waste product, a byproduct of the textile industry left over after cotton was processed for clothing. Yes, the same plant used to make t-shirts and towels, was later turned into something you now might find in your crackers, cookies, chips, or even frozen dinners. But here's the twist. Cotton isn't classified as a food crop. Right? That means it's often grown with pesticides and chemicals that don't meet the same safety standards as food plants. Yet somehow the oil from these seeds ends up on your plate. And most people have no idea. You may not have a bottle of cottonseed oil in your pantry, but if you buy processed snacks, baked goods, or restaurant fried foods, it's likely showing up in your body more than you think. And the harm it can do, especially in seniors? It's not just theoretical. Cottonseed oil is extremely high in polyunsaturated fats, the unstable kind that oxidize quickly, especially under heat. And when those fats break down, they produce toxic byproducts that can stress your liver, inflame your gut, and contribute to chronic conditions. For older adults, that stress doesn't just pass through, it lingers. Because as we age, the liver's detoxability slow. Our arteries become more sensitive to inflammation. And the immune system, our cleanup crew, has to work harder just to keep things stable. So what does that mean? It means one bag of chips fried in cottonseed oil might not make a dent. But day after day, year after year, the damage builds. More stiffness, more fatigue, more trouble recovering from the things we used to bounce back from easily. And that's the cruel irony. Cotton is soft, comforting, familiar, but cottonseed oil, it's anything but. What's even more concerning is how often cottonseed oil hides under vague names on ingredient lists. Vegetable oil, oil blend, partially hydrogenated oils. Because it's cheap and nearly flavorless, manufacturers love to use it. It doesn't raise alarms, but it raises risks. So what can you do? First, don't panic, but do get proactive. Start by scanning labels on packaged snacks, even the ones labeled natural or light. If a dose and tea specify the oil and, especially if it says vegetable oil, assume cottonseed oil might be involved. Simplify. The more whole and homemade your meals are, the more control you have. Use oils you trust. Oils that come from foods you actually recognize as food, not industrial leftovers. Olive oil, avocado oil, ghee, walnut oil, macadamia oil. These aren't just safer, they're supportive. Here's something beautiful. When you remove oils that burden your body, you make room for oils that help it heal. Seniors who switch away from cottonseed and other processed oils often report more energy, better digestion, less bloating, and even clearer skin. Because healing doesn't always require a prescription. Sometimes it begins with reading a label, with tossing out a bottle, with replacing what's easy with what's right. Cottonseed oil may have started in factories, but it doesn't belong in your food. And your body, your beautiful, aging, resilient body, deserves better. Now that we've cleared out the oils that harm, it's time to welcome in the ones that heal. And we begin with a classic ancient gift from sun-drenched groves, extra virgin olive oil. This isn't just an oil, it's a tradition. A liquid thread that ties together some of the world's longest living cultures. For centuries, it's been at the heart of the Mediterranean diet, known not just for its taste, but for its life-extending benefits. And the science behind it is just as rich as the flavor. Extra virgin olive oil, often called EVU, is cold-pressed. That means no high heat, no chemical solvents, no nutrient destruction. Just a gentle, natural extraction that keeps the oil's antioxidants and healing compounds intact. And what it offers your body, especially after 60, is remarkable. It's rich in monosaturated fats, which help lower LDL cholesterol, raise HDL cholesterol, improve circulation and arterial flexibility. It also contains powerful plant compounds called polyphenols, which fight inflammation and oxidative stress at a cellular level. For seniors managing heart concerns, arthritis, or even early cognitive decline, EVU is like liquid gold. And here's the beautiful thing. It's incredibly versatile. Just drizzle it on your toast in the morning. Use it in dressings for lunch. Your vegetables in it at dinner. With every drop, you're not just making food taste better. You're giving your body nutrients it can use. Fuel that supports, not stresses, your system. Some people worry olive oil isn't stable under heat. But here's the truth. High-quality EVU can absolutely be used for low to medium heat cooking. It won't break down easily. It's more stable than many think. And when combined with foods like vegetables, beans, or grains, it helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like a D, E, and K more efficiently. It's our nutrients many older adults struggle to get enough of. So just by using olive oil, you're already helping your digestion, your bones, your immune system, yes, your brain. But not all olive oil is equal. Look for extra virgin on the label. A dark glass bottle, a harvest date or best by date, a product from a trusted region like Greece, Italy, or Spain, and store it in a cool, dark cabinet, away from the stove. Avoid anything labeled light olive oil. That's usually refined and stripped of its goodness, because real olive oil doesn't need help. It speaks for itself, and what it says is healing. So if you've never used it regularly, let this be the start. One bottle, one drizzle, one small step toward protecting your heart, easing your joints, and supporting your mind. Aging doesn't mean giving up flavor. It means choosing flavor that gives back. In extra virgin olive oil, it's the flavor of strength, grace, and longevity. If olive oil is the quiet healer of the kitchen, then avocado oil is the steady protector. Rich, buttery.com under pressure. And strong enough to handle the heat literally and figuratively. For seniors who love to cook, who still enjoy roasting, stir-frying, this is the oil that says, you don't have to give that up. Avocado oil has one of the highest smoke points of any cooking oil, around 500 degrees Fahrenheit. That means even under intense heat, it stays stable. No toxic breakdown, no oxidative stress in your food, just clean, consistent protection. And its benefits go far beyond the pan. Avocado oil is packed with monounsaturated fats, the same kind that support heart health, circulation, and cholesterol balance. But it also brings something extra, a rare antioxidant called lutein. Lutein is known for its e-protecting power, a major ally for seniors managing changes in vision or trying to prevent age-related macular degeneration. It helps filter harmful blue light, protect retinal tissue, and maintain clarity in how you see the world. But avocado oil doesn't stop at the eyes. It also contains vitamin I, a powerful skin and immune supporter. And its healthy fats help your body absorb other fat-soluble nutrients, like the vitamins in leafy greens or the turmeric in your golden tea. And maybe even more important than all that, avocado oil is gentle on the stomach. For seniors who experience bloating, reflux, or sensitivity to heavy oils, this one often feels light, smooth, and easy to digest. It doesn't overpower. It complements. It lets your food shine. So how do you use it? Anywhere you'd use vegetable or canola oil, but better. Stir-fry your vegetables, roast your potatoes, pan-sear your fish, or chicken-baked muffins or banana bread. Drizzle over a salad for a richer flavor. It's mild. Buttery taste blends beautifully into most dishes, without that sharpness some oils bring. And just like olive oil, quality matters. Look for cold-pressed, unrefined avocado oil in a dark glass bottle. It should have a greenish hue, a sign of its antioxidants and chlorophyll content. Store it in a cool, dark place, and use it within a few months of opening for best taste and benefit. Many seniors report something subtle when they switch to avocado oil. Their food tastes fresher, their digestion feels calmer, their joints seem less tight. Because the oils you use, they don't just coat your food, they coat your cells. Avocado oil coats them in kindness, helps your heart beat steadier, your eyes stay clearer. And your meals are beautiful, nourishing meals, become moments of quiet healing. You don't need to be afraid of the pan. You just need the right oil in it. And avocado oil is a partner your body will thank you for. Let's take a softer step now. Not into the frying pan, but into the world of finishing oils. Oils that aren't made for heat but for depth, for richness, for brain health. Let's talk about walnut oil. This delicate nutty oil doesn't like to be cooked. It's not for the sizzling skillet or the roaring oven, but it's perfect for what comes after. For drizzling over roasted vegetables, for folding into warm grains, for blending into salad dressings or spooning gently over soups. And when it enters your food, it brings a quiet gift, one your brain deeply needs, especially after 60. Omega-3 South, specifically. A type called alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that supports memory, mood, and cognitive clarity. As we age, our brain cells become more vulnerable to stress, to inflammation, to time. But healthy fats like those in walnut oil can help cushion them, protecting against decline, and even promoting neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and grow. That's not hype. That's science. In studies, regular intake of plant-based omega-3 South has been linked to sharper memory, improved mood stability, lower risk of age-related cognitive disorders, and walnut oil brings more than just fat. It's rich in polyphenols, plant compounds that reduce oxidative stress in the brain. It also contains magnesium and vitamin E, which support blood flow and protect neurons from damage. Together, this makes walnut oil one of the most brain-friendly oils you can add to your diet. And the beauty of it, it fits gently into almost any dish. Add a spoonful too. Cooked quinoa or brown rice, a lentil salad, steamed green beans or roasted squash, a homemade vinaigrette with balsamic and Dijon, even oatmeal with a dash of cinnamon. It's rich. Nutty aroma brings warmth to your plate without heaviness. Without fire, without effort, just presence, flavor, and care. If you're just beginning to explore walnut oil, start small. A drizzle, spoon. A quiet invitation to your body. Here's something for your mind, for your memory, for the thoughts you haven't even had yet. Remember, because it's delicate, walnut oil needs protection. Choose cold-pressed, unrefined bottles. Store it in the refrigerator once opened. And use it within a couple of months, while it's still full of its nourishing power. Some seniors wonder, but I'm not a fan of nuts. Will I like this? You might be surprised. Walnut oil is smoother than eating raw nuts. It's lighter, silkier, easier to digest. Even seniors with mild nut sensitivities often tolerate it well, though if you have a severe allergy, always consult your doctor first. But for most, this oil becomes a quiet revelation. It makes food feel thoughtful. It makes meals feel like rituals. And it turns everyday dishes into brain food without the need for pills or powders. Because your brain doesn't ask for magic, it just asks for respect. And walnut oil is one of the gentlest, richest ways to give it. By now, you've seen what the wrong oils can do. They sneak in, they build up. They slow the very parts of you trying so hard to keep going. But you've also seen the other side, the oils that lift, protect, and restore.
Wow.
And now, let's meet two more of those quiet champions. First, golden, warm, and as ancient as the wisdom passed from mother to child in Indian kitchens for thousands of years. Ghee is clarified butter, but without the lactose, without the milk solids. It's butter stripped down to its purest form, its essence. And that's what makes it so powerful for seniors, because ghee is rich in butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that soothes the digestive tract, easy on the stomach. Lactose-free and gentle for those with dairy sensitivities. High in vitamins A, D, E, and K, two fat-soluble nutrients that support bone strength, eye health, and immune resilience, and incredibly stable under heat. With a smoke point near 480 degrees Fahrenheit, it doesn't burn like butter, doesn't break down like vegetable oil. It just melts quietly into your food and into your system. For seniors managing bloating, irregularity, or gut sensitivity, ghee can feel like a balm. A comfort food that doesn't punish your body, but comforts it, nourishes it, gently strengthens it. Spread it on toast. Use it to scramble eggs. Melt it over roasted root vegetables, or stir it into a bowl of rice. It brings a warmth not just to your meal but to your day. Because healing should taste good, should feel familiar, should feel like home. And then there's macadamia oil, the last oil we'll explore today. Soft, smooth, and subtly luxurious. This one doesn't shout. It whispers strength. Macadamia oil is one of the most heat-stable oils you can find. It's incredibly low in omega-6 fats, and more than 80% monounsaturated to vent. Higher than olive oil. What does that mean? It means it's almost impossible to make it go rancid. It holds steady in your pantry and in your pan. And it holds steady inside you, too, supporting metabolic health, lowering inflammation, and protecting your heart and skin as you age. It even contains palmitoleic acid, a rare fat that may help with skin regeneration and insulin sensitivity. The taste, mild, light, slightly nutty, perfect for baking or drizzling over vegetables or fish. It won't steal the show, but it will make every dish smoother, silkier, easier to digest. And for many seniors who don't want to overhaul their entire kitchen, but want one simple upgrade, this is it. Just swap it in for your old vegetable or canola oil. Use a little each day and feel the shift. Less stiffness, less sluggishness, more ease. Because the oils you cook with, they don't just affect how your food tastes, they affect how your life feels. Every drop matters. Every decision you make in the kitchen is a message to your body. I hear you. I see what you need. I want to take care of you. So here's what to remember. You don't need to change everything all at once. Just retire the 5. Vegetable oil, corn oil, canola oil, soybean oil, cottonseed oil, and welcome in the 5 that give back. Extra virgin olive oil for the heart, avocado oil for strength and stability, walnut oil for the brain, ghee for the gut, macadamia oil for gentle balance and long-term protection. Each one is a quiet healer. Each one is an ally, and together they can help you build not just meals, but momentum. Because at this age, health isn't about perfection. It's about support. It's about honoring what your body's done for you and giving it the dignity to age well with strength, with clarity, and with comfort. So today, maybe you don't change the world, but maybe you change one bottle. And with that bottle, you change the story of every meal to come. From damage to restoration, from inflammation to ease, from old habits to new life. Because aging isn't about what you're losing. It's about what you still have the power to choose. And today, you choose nourishment.